Yeah, the only thing we'll see out of the sky is sunshine over the next week plus. The thing that's changing, though, is the temperatures. And just past this last week, we've seen a little bit of everything. It was about a week ago, we were up in the upper 90s. Today, it was more like late September in the low 70s with a lot of fall-like to summer-like weather in between. We're going to see another one of these kind of changes as we go throughout the rest of this week. So going from the low 70s to the 90s quite soon here. So our little roller coaster continues. By the way, today's high, only 73. Not the coolest August 30th on record. We have to go back to 1965 for that. But this is a lot more like late September rather than rounding out August right around 80 degrees. And later on tonight, you probably can see it right now, the blue moon is in full effect. That's the second full moon of the month. If you ever heard of once in a blue moon, that's actually every 2.5 years. That's how often a blue moon happens, when one month is lucky enough to get 2 full moons in it. It's a super moon too, so it looks ever so slightly bigger and brighter. Probably not to the naked eye, though. I might not be able to compare them side by side too much unless you're got all sorts of scientific instruments with that. Later tonight, it's brisk down to 48 degrees, so feeling like late September, and we'll continue to have that for the first day of school for RPS 205. A little brisk to start off, maybe jacket weather as the kids are standing out for the bus. By the afternoon, though, beautiful conditions, upper 70s under a sunny sky, and that's all part of the warming trend that brings us up into the hot levels by the time we get to the end of the week. It won't be as hot as last week's heat wave, but we are looking at potentially the heat index up into the upper 90s by Labor Day. That's still hot, but not as hot as last week. Just comparing the numbers, temperatures somewhat similar, but will be about 20 degrees cooler with the heat index. That's how less humid the air is compared to last week. So thankfully, even though we are getting hotter, we're not looking at that very high humidity, making things even worse. We do get several days in a row in the 90s, though. We'll see that Saturday through Tuesday before we cool off, possibly Wednesday in your most accurate 10-day forecast. After that, September continues to stay warm with temperatures staying in the 80s for quite some time. And the 4-degree guarantee, just a degree off on this fall-like day. It means that cash total is approaching 575, hoping to get closer to 600 by the end of the week.